Used to beat you.
Can you die for your spouse?
I'll die for any person is God. It's Jesus Christ.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Elo. How are you doing? How are your families? I hope you've been enjoying the other topics I've been treating here. Gather around. Today, I'm going to be talking about something. Can you die for your spouse? Can you literally die for your spouse? Our topic today is how far can you go to defend your spouse? I'm sure some of you read the story about two women that had a fight and their husbands came and fought, and in the process, they died for their wives. Anyways, I'm not going to be talking about this alone. No. I have with me here a guest. And he is Mr. Chukwudi Wankeze. He's going to be talking about this, giving us the lowdown of the story, and we are going to talk about everything about it and how we can prevent such occurrences in future. So join me. Come to the show.
Thank you, ma.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
How's your family?
God is faithful. He's a faithful God.
How are things going?
We thank God in the midst of the whole thing, the pandemic. We still give God glory because it's our hope.
Yeah.
Well,
today you had the topic. So we're going to be talking about how far you can go to defend your spouse. Now, I'm sure you read that story of the two men, that finally killed themselves because their wives were fighting and they continued the fight themselves in defending their spouses. What do you have to say about that story? Did you read it?
yes.
What really happened? Please, I want you to tell so that those people that never read, they will understand better.
The story that happened some time ago in Nigeria here came to understand that the two wives we are having issue.
Okay, wives of different men, right?
Men.
Yes, okay.
We are having issue. From my understanding, I find out that the issue is not a fresh issue.
Okay.
When something happens, sometimes you dig deep to in your subconsciousness, how come such thing? Because what brought about the physical fight of the two men was like, you are stupid, this is how your stupid husband or useless husband used to beat you.
Okay.
And the so-called useless husband, don't mind me calling him useless again or stupid again, so-called stupid and useless husband jump into beating the other man's wife, while the other man quickly jump out from the house to defend the wife.
Wow.
You now find out that action and reaction are equal and opposite.
Yes.
There's already an impending something waiting for a day to explode, and the lockdown make it possible for them to happen.
Oh my God.
But when I now watch the video and follow it up, I find out that one I've bent on. One was talking that somebody that piled something in him. One black one was talking about piled something in him. I remember when I was telling him, calm down, say, leave him, let him do his worst. And when the other man come out, some men who will talk, but sometimes they want to be talking to you in your presence. So I now come out to talk to him before he raised an iron shear to hit him twice. Another one got to defend himself, and that's how the fight started. As we are watching, the same person that raised the iron shear is the same person that picked the bottle as a first instance. It was like a reaction. The other one will counter the reaction. He picked the bottle, smashed on the other person's head. So the guy got bottle equally. At that point, if you run away, you may end up dying alone. So he got bottle again, break the bottle, and he couldn't get it, break it on his leg, and the shooting started. In a couple of few minutes, they told them, go weekend.
Wow.
And the end of story that the one died going to the hospital, and one died in the hospital. But the fact is brutal.
That is so sad. So both women became widows that day.
Automatically, they signed it.
That is horrible. But you know, in your own opinion, why do you think these disputes happen, especially maybe in a compound where you have co-tenants? Why do you think these disputes happen?
Is mismanagement of action and the inaction of the women.
Only women?
No, that's where it started. The point started from women. And the people that suffered it is men that want to protect their wife. They failed to discipline, they failed to discipline to cause spade and spade. Let me come down to this point I want to raise now. That that happened that day did not start that day. Mm-hmm. In my own opinion, those women have been nurturing something that before quarreling. And you know, somebody call you a goat, you get inside the house and tell your husband that Mrs. Mbeke call you a goat. Instead of your husband to work on you to forget that, bringing such story, you keep it in your subconsciousness.
So you think even if she was insulted by a fellow woman in the same premises that she lives, she should take it like that?
There's a difference between that you tell your husband a story, that you reported a case. A case you reported today is like a seed sown. Whether the person worked on it today, that does not mean that seed had died. It grows. Because we are witnessing this kind of thing, even where we are staying. Before you know it, something have happened, and if men did not manage it well, you see them fighting themselves, either inside or outside.
Okay, beautiful people, you heard the story, and you heard, how our guest has been telling us that, it depends on whether we reported the case or we just said the story. We'll be taking a break here, but we'll be right back with you. Welcome back to Real Talk with Elo. I'm still here with my guest, Mr. Chukwudi, and we're still discussing this topic. We're going to be continuing, and he'll tell us, different scenarios, how these things could happen in a premises. So, Mr. Chukwudi, like we were saying before, what do you think are other things that can cause this kind of a thing to happen amongst people living in a compound?
Sowing seed of discord is number one.
Okay.
And allowing seed of discord to grow.
Okay.
Thirdly, gossip.
Okay.
It's like a seed. It does grow. And the outburst of faith is a similar thing that happened when one mismanaged it. What happened to those people are be happening? Yes. What happened to that family are happening? Let us not just equate it to because every man is sit at home. Maybe calling you a useless husband. Maybe the woman will be saying it, and he'll be reporting to the man. This one will call you a useless husband, but that day the man will witness it. And instead of being a man, he wanted to act like a boy. Maybe he had practiced how to use bottle and use knife in those days, and you want to dig it out. I will deal with you. In a case like that, I think how sorry to cut in, but you see, these things do happen. That's the truth. Mm-hmm. And we are all different people. Mm-hmm. We have different upbringing, and that has made the kind of people we are today. In your opinion, how do you think we can prevent all these disputes, or at least reduce them? Because I think sometimes they are almost inevitable. But how do you think we can reduce these disputes in an enclosed compound of premises amongst tenants? Our mind. Because there are some things that comes around that you don't need to keep in your mind for long. Find a way of working on your mind, especially when they tell you about somebody or when an event happens. Before you know it, you grow yourself that the person you normally greet yesterday cannot even greet him again because of the something you got yesterday. And you suffer sleepless night while the person is smiling, is sleeping and enjoying himself. Our mind. And another thing is how do you caution your wife when he brings one story or the other, one report or the other. I remember, let me bring it more home. I remember in such case out there, when we were talking the other day, I will tell somebody, the reason why she will go out and come back and go up is that I don't want to hear any gossip. This man said, this man no say, or this man talk, this man not talk. I get it. If a man can manage the excesses of a woman, in coming into reporting, passive or present, if a man can manage it, equally he can manage a situation that comes like this.
Okay. But when you talk about maybe you would rather maybe your wife don't discuss such, don't you think you might miss out on important information, that could be happening within the premises?
Yes, only talking about important things that happen in the present, that because you don't like it, your partner will develop how to work, what to tell you and know what to tell you.
But this reporting issue is not just the wives. Men do, report issues to their own wives too. So we cannot just say it's maybe just the women. Maybe just in that scenario it was women. But some cases it's just the men.
Yes. When you know that the same man that taught you how to handle your own is going to boundary, call him to order. You know this thing, follow peace with all men. Bible said it. Let us say you can walk out from it. If you see yourself not working out from it.
So how do we manage this kind of situation? If you're having disputes with your neighbors, how do you really manage it? What's your advice?
If you are having dispute with your neighbor,
or your spouse is having dispute with your
spouse
neighbor,
will having a dispute with your neighbor. If a man, two wife of A and wife of B are having dispute, and are reported to. My own brother, on a good day, that person that I thought that I would be carrying face for, I will just find a way to talk some things over. I getting it? Is when I now find out that is not yielding points, the peace. I think for you to be safe in that period, you can invite people for settlement. Because two of you are living in compound. Before you know, because of his, you can see somebody poison the other one, or somebody may even see a house burning, something is going on, he will leave it. Because two of you are having, although sometimes I like Cold War, don't mind me, we'll do the Cold War, but let it not be physical combat.
Okay. So it should not generate into physical with each other. Okay.
There are some things men can talk out. Even some bottle of Coke and some bottle of alcohol can resolve the issue.
So, Mr. Wankeze, I'm going to ask you a question now. Can you literally die for your spouse?
The only person that have died for any person is God. Is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ died for us.
It's only Jesus Christ.
Only Jesus Christ died for us.
That's out there. I'm still waiting for your feedback. Can you die for your spouse? I know sometimes when you are chasing a woman, mostly guys say, I can die for you. I would do anything for you. So can you literally die for your spouse? We've come to the end of this episode. If you have any questions for me, you can also email them to me. I'll have the answers ready for you. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.